welcome back to more Pokémon Emerald. So last time we did, we got to Roxanne and explored it a little bit, and now we are on Route 116 to make some final preparations for our next gym battle. But let's get started right away. My Poké rule, check them out. So yeah, there's 4 new Poké on this route, so yeah, we might be here for a little bit. And we don't actually have access to all this route yet, so we'll see. But anyway, the first Poké I'm going to talk about, you actually might want to catch it in the tunnel that's coming up, or the cave I should be saying. That Poké is Whismur, because Wiz has a 100% counter in the tunnel / cave. I think it's called Rostov Tunnel, but anyway. So Whismur evolves at level 20 into Loudred, and then Loudred evolves into Expert at level 40. And we got Double Team. I'm not going to use that much. Ouch, a scrape. I had to put on a bandage. So anyway, Exploud, its stats don't look too impressive. It has lots of HP at 1 and 4. It has good mixed attacking stats actually. 91 attack and social attack, but its other stats are kind of mediocre. Only 68 speed, 63 defenses. But it has lots of attack coverage, and actually throughout the game it's not too bad, because it has decent normal type offense, because it gets Uproar quite early, and Uproar is decently powerful at 50 power. It gets Stomp, you can use Howl to boost attack if you really want. Hyper Voice is pretty cool too. Unfortunately it's not special in this game, but oh well. But yes, TM list is quite massive. You can give it pretty much whatever you feel like. Fire moves, ice moves, electric type moves. Here's one of those Pokemon, Abra. It's kind of a rare one, but anyway. I guess we can try catching it. I'm not counting on this to catching, but I will. But yeah, like I said, it's very good type coverage. I recommend like maybe fire moves are probably one thing I recommend a lot, because that deals with steel types, which normally normal types don't really like. So that's one recommendation on my part. But yeah, other than that, it's a pretty fun Pokemon. It's not that amazing. I feel like they're better than normal types, but you can definitely use it and have some fun with it. I did. And it was, like I said, kind of a lot of fun. So, cool Pokemon. Yeah, things are about to get a little bit weirder and a bit creepy at the same time. Our next Pokemon you talk about is Nikita. So Nikita is a bug ground type, actually not type to it. And this one might be kind of bad. For sure, but anyway. So Nikita, it's bug ground type, but it loses that type when it evolves. At level 20 it evolves into Ninjask, but yeah, before that, I believe it does learn different moves. It doesn't really get that many amazing moves. Like, there's, Leech Life, which isn't that good. Fury Swipes, Mind Reader, Full Swipe. So yeah, nothing like that amazing, and its TM list isn't that great either. So let's look at see what it evolves into, which is Ninjask. So Ninjask is only level 20. And yeah, we can actually see this second. One thing that makes Ninjask really stand out, oh yeah, I forgot to talk about Wizard's ability, Soundproof. Blocks all sound-based attacks. Pretty nice, actually. It's definitely got some uses, because yeah, there's definitely some annoying sound-based moves. But anyway, like Roar, for example. That's one of the things that makes the Whismur family kind of interesting. You can block Roar, and that was used for Baton Pass. But anyway, so you got Baton Pass, Ninjask. So it has the speed boost ability, which makes it so that every turn it raises speed. It doesn't really need this because Ninjask is already lightning fast at 160 speed. It's one of the fastest Pokemon up there. Anyway, I lost. I thought I had you. Anyway, let's have rolls. Keep doing it. So here's a Repel, very nice. So yeah, it has 90 attack as well. Ninjask, unfortunately, you do need a little bit of help on its moveset, because bug type moves, its best option is Silver Wind, which is an egg move. I'm guessing that's from Beautifly, and Beautifly kind of learns the move late, so yeah. And yeah, it doesn't learn a flying type move via level up, so you probably want to use Aerial Ace Stun. And then coverage, it actually has some interesting coverage in Shadow Ball, of all things. But that's really it. But yeah, let's talk about some of the more important moves. I'm gonna say, notorious, I guess is the right word. Sword Stance at level 25. I guess Slash could also be used for coverage if you really want. But then the other move is Baton Pass at level 45. So basically what Ninjask is known for is setting up sword stances while it's speed boosts, and then passing those boosts to another Pokemon, and that Pokemon can just destroy everything. So yeah, Ninjask is used with Baton Pass strategies. It's not like the best Baton Pass hook in the world, because it does need a little bit of help, because yeah, it does have decent stats, but it's very frail. It only has 60 HP, 45 defense, and 50 such defense. And such attack is nothing interesting either. I'm gonna go back and heal. But anyway. But yeah, it can definitely strike out on its own if you really want. Because, although, yeah, like I said, you probably need some help with that because of Silver Wind being an egg move and you need an Aerialist too. But yeah, if you can get those things for Ninjas, it's a pretty interesting Pokemon and could potentially be kind of fun. But anyway, that's not the end of Nikita though, because if you have a spare slot in your party and another Pokeball, I believe just a regular one, then you'll also get Shedinja out of the deal. And Shedinja is very different from Ninjask, let's just say. So Shedinja's gimmick is that it only has 1 HP forever, but it has the Wonder Guard ability, so it can only be damaged by super effective attacks. That sounds pretty good, right? The problem is that passive damage also kills it, so spikes, weather, leech seed, all that stuff. So it's actually very hard to make use of in some circumstances. Staz too also kills it because poison does, burn does, all that stuff. So yeah, quite a hard Pokemon to make use of, and yeah, its other stats aren't that great either. It's a school goal, I'm pretty sure. It does have 90 attack, but its other stats are quite bad. Its defenses don't matter, its special attack doesn't matter, and unfortunately it only has 40 speed, despite the fact that most of its stats don't matter. But anyway, fortunately it might have stats full, but I can increase it, that's cool. It also gets Silver Wind as an egg move, because it's still part of the Nikita family. It does learn Shadow Ball via level up at level 38, which isn't bad. It also gets some other interesting moves like Spite, Confuse Ray, and Grudge. But yeah, and its TM list is a Daiquiri. So anyway, we did a good job there. I'm in shock I lost. Unfortunately, no Sword Stance in this generation, it'll have to wait for that, and also Shadow Sneak. So yeah, it does get better in later generations, but the problem is that it's a very niche-specific Pokemon. Anyway, over here is a wild Pokemon. We had 2 trainers, and if you make them so that they lock eyes on you at the same time, it becomes a double out. So that's pretty cool. But anyway, I should mention this, I'm using mainly Rolls and Shroomish. That's because Mudkip is probably gonna be carrying the gym. But anyway, back to what we talk about. So yeah, Shedinja, it's a very specific Pokemon. There are some Pokemon it just destroys because they can't do anything to it and it will just win on its own. But yeah, you have to find those matchups, and if you don't, then it's a very frustrating Pokemon to use because it gets one-shot by everything. So yeah, interesting Pokemon, but I probably wouldn't use it in a regular playthrough. But yeah, like I said, it does have its uses. There are some Pokemon it just straight up wins against, which is really nice. There's actually one really cool use for it later in the game too, which I guess I can show, which I might show later too. And yeah, Grudge could also be fun as well, but anyway. Because it is very easy to knock out because, you know, it has 1 HP. But anyway. Next Pokemon, it's a Kanto Pokemon again, and yeah, you might have seen me already run into it a couple of times, and that is Abra. So Abra is annoying because just like in Fire Red and Leaf Green, it only knows teleports, so if you fail to catch it on turn 1, it just runs away. Now technically Rorts can do this too, but in later generations, because in this game, thankfully, you catch it before it lets teleports. That's nice. But anyway, so yeah, here's another double belt, and yeah, like I said, I'm initiated by locking eyes on both trains at the same time. But anyway, at level 16, you become Kadabra, Abra becomes Kadabra, which is actually a really potent special attack on its own. But of course, we have God of War 2, who doesn't require a trade to be fully evolved. So yeah, if you really want to use Abra, I highly suggest that you're able to get Alakazam, because otherwise I'd probably just use God of War at that rate. But anyway, Alakazam. Very, very potent Pokemon. It's much stronger than God of War because it has 135 special attack and 120 speed, so it's definitely more of a sleeper. Its defenses aren't as good though. Like, it only has 85 special defense, and yes, physical stats are bad, and also its HP. But yeah, Alakazam, main story, it doesn't have the best coverage at all. It's basically only second type moves, but that's okay, because not many psychics have the best coverage in this game, so I don't think it's that big of a deal, at least in the main story, because yeah, when you get into post-game, a lot of coverage options open up, which is really good. But yeah, you got a lot of good moves. It learns Psychic Veil level up, which is cool. It gets Calm Mind, it gets Recover, it gets Reflect, so yeah, a lot of cool moves. Veil level up, and yeah, TM-wise, you can get a few more interesting moves, but not like super great coverage, unfortunately. But anyway, and yeah, like I said, move tutor-wise, in the post-game, it gets really spicy. That and all, God of War is also like that too, but anyway, I love Alakazam. I would like to show it off one day. I'm not so sure how I'm going to do that. Maybe I'll just have to make it so that trade evolutions are allowed regardless. Because yeah, like I said, it is a favorite of mine because of how strong it is. Hey, losing made me tired. That was fun even though I lost. And one more train. Should I use rocks in this? I'll use Shroomish. Because yeah, that's a hiker, and hikers generally use rock type Pokemon like you do. Anyway, or rock you hard. So yeah, not much to say about Alakazam. I really like it. It's a good special attacker, but in this game I'd probably use God of War unless you have the ability to trade. Then it could be an interesting alternative. But anyway, last Pokemon, and by far the worst. That Pokemon is Skitty, which is a 2% encounter on this route for some weird reason. Anyway, nice level up for Shroomish. Level 13. Oh yeah, and also, I didn't mention Alakazam's abilities, Synchronize and Inner Focus, I do believe. Both aren't that amazing, so I just use it for the stats. Anyway, no contest at all. So let's talk about Ski. So like I said, it's a 2% count this route. What do you get? Normal type, that's not very good in my opinion. So it has Q-Charm for its ability, which makes that if you make contact with Ski, actually we can go in the grass. I won't find it probably because it's 2% counter, but this allow me to talk about it. And also get a bit more experience on rolls. And also maybe go back and heal rolls too, because it doesn't have the best HP. Okay, anyway, so Q-Charm's alright. Level up, there's some interesting moves, like Sing maybe, Assist. Assist is kind of weird. Basically, you have a chance to use a random move from your teammates, which could be fun. It gets Charm, which lowers attack. It gets Feint Attack, so it can deal with annoying ghost types, because it mostly only lets normal type moves. Covet can steal items, kind of like Thief. Heal Bell's interesting. What that does is that it heals all the status problems on your team, so that's pretty cool. And then finally, Double Edge, at level 39. That's probably a level you could evolve at because it's a stone evolution. But anyway, as you would expect, lots of tight coverage. But the problem is, let's look at Delkai's stats. Because yeah, that's why I don't think this Pokemon's very good. And yeah, you probably want to wait on evolving it because, like I said, it's a stone evolution, so you probably want to wait until it learns some good moves. Double Edge could be nice at level 39, because that's a strong stab move. Anyway, like I said, it has good coverage. It gets Ice Beam, it gets Thunderbolt, it gets Shadow Ball. It doesn't get Fire moves though. Tutor-wise, it's alright. It gets some interesting moves, but nothing like super good. It learns a Roar for some reason. And Egg move-wise, nothing too great there either. And then the big killer, its stats. So it has no stat over 70. And the stats that have 70 are HP and speed. It has 65 attack and 55 special attack, and it has 65 defense and 55 special defense. So it's really mediocre, and most of its stats are below average. So yeah. It has good coverage, like I said, but that doesn't really mean much when it's just hitting so pitifully. Compared to like Expand, for example, which has 90 in its offenses, and it can also mix attack, and it has better type coverage. So, and it's more common too on this route. So yeah, really, I can't really recommend Delkai that much, unless you really like it and want to challenge yourself, because yeah, it's just so underwhelming, and it's so rare too. And yeah, here's a Taylor as well. But yeah, I guess back to the Echoes too. It does get some interesting ones, I'll admit. Wish could be fun. It gets Substitute, which I believe is a tutor move in this game too. It gets Tickle, which could also be fun. Like, it has a decent support moveset too, but its bulk isn't that good either, and it's still not that fast either, so... yeah, I wouldn't even use it for that, to be honest. Layer Generations, I mean, it gets Calm Mind if you really want to use that, but I recommend just using that on a better Pokemon. In Layer Generations, things get really weird. It gets a weird ability called Normalize, I believe that's what it's called. That basically makes that all its moves become Normal type, which sounds as weird as I described. And one niche of that is it allows its Thunder Wave to hit ground types, but that's really it. Nothing else is really good about that ability. So yeah, I said my piece. I don't think Delkai is that good. And you're better off using Whismur, which can be caught much more commonly and in basically the same place. So, yeah. But anyway, now that we're done with that, let's actually talk more about other things. So yeah, I'm gonna go chat to some of the people here too. And also get a drink too. Anyway, alright, so done with these trainers. Here's Rostock Tunnel, linking Rossborough and Verita. The tunnel project has been cancelled, alright. We're gonna learn about why in a bit, but anyway, X Special. There is a special type, by the way, if you didn't know. This, I don't think we've seen yet. Small indent in the wall. That'll be important later. Man, let's talk to this person. I want to dig that tunnel. Yeah, this is the tunnel's rest house. So yeah, we do have access to this place. So you can catch a Whisper now. And we got a Pokeball. Make up for the ones I tried using on Abra. But anyway. Yeah, we're gonna find a Whisper. And there you go, like I said, it's 100% count in this place, so if you really want it, this is the place to do it. And again, I'll knock it out for the experience. I think it's Astonish, which could be bad, but yeah, we count its ability. Its ability counts itself quite well, actually, because it learns a lot of sound-based moves, as you would expect. Anyway, we are good to take on the gym, I guess. I might not use Rotz that much, because it doesn't have a super effective move, but the other two do, so yeah. We need Cut, and we need to beat the gym before we can even use that, and then we can use Rotz against those trainers too. And here's another Whisper. You can knock it out as well. So yeah, they want to dig the tunnel. I believe the reason why, they revealed this later, it's because of the Pokemon. They don't want to disturb the Pokemon's habitat, I guess. I believe that's the reason. I believe we need to go in the house to learn that. The one that the dude was blocking that was a Digger tunnel. Here's another Abra, I guess you can try catching it. If I really was adamant on catching it, I'd use a Great Ball, but I'm not really, so I'm just gonna try Pokeballs. If I catch it, cool. If I'm not, oh well. And hey, I did. We managed to do it here. I didn't really use Poké Century, but yeah, it sleeps a lot apparently. And yeah, training up is kind of annoying like Rolts, but it takes a lot longer because it needs to evolve first before it can attack. Unless you get a TM, because Abra actually learns TMs. And because of its good stats actually, it's not too bad in like Lure Cup and stuff. At least before, I don't know about now, but anyway. Let's heal up, and I think we'll take on the gym actually. Because we made our preparations, so... And yeah, like I said, I'm gonna use Shroomish and Mudkip for this gym because they have the super effective moves. That's simple. Alright, what you got? Yo, how's it going? Listen, my friend, would you like to become the champion? I'm no trainer, not me, but I can sure give you winning advice. That's settled then. We'll aim for the Pokemon Championship together. It's your job as a trainer to collect gym badges, am I right? But gym leaders aren't pushovers, and that's where I come in. I'm here to provide expert advice. Roxanne, the gym leader, does a use of rock-type Pokemon. The rock-type is very durable, but it can't stand water-type and grass-type moves. Come see me afterwards if you beat the gym leader. We'll go for it. I don't think I read the sign outside, let's do that. Westboro City Pokemon Gym leader Roxanne, the rock-loving honest student. Pretty cool. Alright, so we have our first trainer here, and yeah, we're gonna use Shroomish. Don't take us gym leaders lightly, I'll show you why we're better. Alright, and also Rods is good against the next gym actually, so yeah, that'll also be a good chance for it to catch up. But anyway, Josh, the Geodude. Bullet Seed should do it. I'm probably going to be using Mudkip for this gym leader, you'll see why. But Shroomish can be useful. It has Stun Splat as lead sheet, so I can cripple the Ace Pokemon. Hey, level 14. You are too good for me. Alright, that's a Pokedex. Alright, let's put Mudkip in the front. Because like I said, I would like to use it a little bit more, and we're going to do this Dolvar actually. If he can't beat me, he won't stand a chance against Roxanne. He might be in the middle of town, but so what? My rock Pokemon need room to rampage. Let's say they are able to. Is that Dolvar? And I guess one interesting thing is, yeah, they have multiple Pokemon, so I can talk about this. If your Pokemon gets knocked down a Dolvar, you're forced to send a Pokemon to replace it immediately in that turn. In later generations, Gen 4 in fact, if a Pokemon gets knocked down in Dolvar, you have to wait the next turn to send a new one. So yeah, that's that. Anyway, they only use Geodudes in this place. It's a rock ground type, so... And it has really good physical stats, so even if you're using a neutral attack on the physical side, you might have trouble breaking through it. But it has low social defense, and it's quad weak to both grass and water, so a pretty easy Pokemon to take out if you have those types. And yeah, you have plenty of options for water and grass types at this point, so it shouldn't be a problem. So anyway, and yeah, we're just gonna use Water Gun and Bullet Seed and do it. And yeah, both these are gonna get good experience. And there you go. So yeah, we beat all the gym trainers. Mudkip's level 15, which is very good. Battle and Bide, I don't really like that move, so I'm gonna get rid of it. And there we go. Wow, you got some potential. Oh man, our challenger's one feisty customer. And yeah, like I said, I would like to use Mudkip actually. So yeah, let's go and fight Roxanne now, because yeah, another Pokemon got injured, so yeah, we should be good. Did I get any items to pick up? No. Let's go then.
Hello, I'm Roxanne, the Rustboro Pokemon Gym Leader. I became a gym leader so that I might apply what I learned at the Pokemon Trainer School in battle. Would you kindly demonstrate how you battle and with which Pokemon? Let's do it! So, here's Roxanne. She has Geodude, level 12. So yeah, this will be a good experience, and also help out Mudkip a good amount too. Because of that experience. Anyway. There we go. If you want to make this journey a lot easier, you want your star evolved. I wasn't able to do that because I wanted to focus on my other team members, because I knew that Mudkip would be good for this gym regardless, so yeah, at least good, because yeah, the last Pokemon is actually kind of difficult. 2 Geodudes are pretty easy because of the quad beat to in grass, but this is Nosepass. This is a pure rock type, and it has good bulk on both sides, so I'm gonna try the Leech Seed. Unfortunately though, it does have a rock type move in Rock Tomb. 50 power, 80 accuracy, lowest speed, so always lowest speed too. And let's get the Leech Seed off, this will help immensely. And it goes on another Rock Tomb. So I won't be able to get the Stun Spore off safely, so I'm gonna go switch out now. Into Mudkip. Mudkip's bulkier, so should have a easier time. There's Harden, but I'm going to be using Water Gun here, so that'll be good. Alright, so I've got the Leech Seed. That'll help us out immensely. You can get rid of Leech Seed by switching out, but they aren't able to do that, so because this is our last Pokemon, a Rock Tomb, we can heal off the damage a little bit. The damage is pretty good. Nosepass doesn't have the best defense in the world, but yeah. It is still stab, and it's a decently strong move. But anyway, they also have an Oran Berry, which heals 10 HP. We'll get some of that HP back, so that's good. We're getting close to taking out. Anyway, block. That prevents switching. So, good thing I got the Leech Seed off when I did. And yeah, we actually might take it out this time. With the Leech Seed. And there you go. I'll say Roxanne is definitely a lot more interesting. Okay, she's not the most interesting first rock type gym, that'll be Rock in the next generation. But anyway, we get level 16 and level 15. I guess I can talk about this part, but anyway. We get the gym badge, of course, so I lost. It seems that I still have much more to learn. I understand. The Pokemon League's rules state that trainers are to be given this if they defeat a gym leader. Please accept the official Pokemon League Stone Badge. And we got 1500 Pokeballs. And this is why I want to use Mudkip, so it can evolve, because yeah, you can evolve all your stars at level 16, I'm pretty sure. And all the evolved stars are good against this gym, so yeah. Especially this one. Marshtomp, of course. And there you go. And what makes Marshtomp so good against this gym, it resists rock, and you get Mudshot, which is the strongest stab option. So I'll get rid of Growl actually. Mudshot still has some utility. Catching Pokemon's not too bad. Because it's weak, and also it lowers accuracy. Maybe we get the Stone Badge. The Stone Badge heightens the attack power of your Pokemon. It also enables them to use the HM move Cut outside battle. Please do this with you too. And you get TM39 Rock Tomb. That technical machine, TM39, contains Rock Tomb. It not only inflicts damage by dropping rocks, it also lowers speed. If you use a TM, it instantly teaches the move to a Pokemon, and a TM can only be used once, so think before you use it. You can teach that to, like... the thing about that move is, unless the Rock type learns HM Power or Rock Slide, that's the best Rock type move you've got, so you probably want to give it to one of those. But yeah. Marshtomp, unfortunately it does have the attack lowering nature, but I don't think that'll hinder it too much with its Mudshot. And that also lowers speed as well. It's kind of like Rock Tomb, but ground type moves, so yeah. Anyway, Shermis did well, Rots didn't do anything, but yeah, I wasn't expecting it to do much in that gym, because it can't do as much damage. But there's always the next gym. Whoa, what a breathtaking victory. My cheering must have worked. Great, check your trainer card. The Stone Badge you got should be properly recorded on it. In other words, you've climbed the first step on the stairs to champion.
That's gotta feel awesome. Alright, so let's have a look at that. And there you go. $7,000 exactly too. And with the certified trainer. So yeah, as soon as we go outside we're gonna get a cutscene, I'm pretty sure. Actually no, but let's trigger it. Get out of the way. Oh, it's Team Aqua. This is their plan apparently. Wait, please, don't take my goods! I mean, that sounds kind of weird, but yeah. So let's talk about Rock-type Chimleas a little bit. So yeah, I find Roxanne slightly more interesting than like Brock, because Brock, all of his Pokemon are rock ground, so you can destroy them all with a water grass type. At least with her, she has a pure rock type, so it's a little bit harder to do that. And then, like I said, Rock, he has a really cool ace Pokemon. So yeah. That's why he's probably one of my favourite early game, or first gym leader rock Pokemon, because if we're talking early game, then Grant is probably my favourite, but anyway, let's hold this dude. Oh, it's you. You're that fantastic trainer who helped me in Velvet Goods. Help me, I was robbed by Team Aqua. I have to get the Devon Goods back. If I don't, I'm gonna be in serious trouble. So, I guess that's gonna be one of our next objectives, because back on Route 116, we still use cut trees, and we are able to use cut outside valve too, and stick off using cuts outside valve. You can do this. And I think that's a good way to end this episode. So yeah, next time on Pokémon Emerald, we are going to further explore this route and maybe take on the Team Aqua problem. So I'll see you guys again for